are you doing? Let's see. I'm not seeing what I need to see. This guy. I'm trying. We're not trying. We're getting this technology together. Welcome. Good morning. Come on in. Share this on out. We're going to get started in just a second. We're getting the other platforms checked in. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Yay, yay, yay. Right. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I'm so excited to be here today, to be able to just come into space, right? To come into space and say, listen, welcome to your 2.0 version, right? Welcome to the days that you've been waiting on. Like, welcome to the season that you have literally worked so hard for. Congratulations. That was just like that. Like, that's the energy. Give me 1 second. Blessings, blessings, Pastor. How you doing? Blessings, blessings. Come on in. Today's discussion is going to be on the vision. Like, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the vision that God has for you? Like, are you feeling exactly what's happening right now in your life? Are you taking place in the manifestations? Like, do you see it? See, it's not just see it, but do you feel it, right? Do you feel it taking place? Do you feel yourself transforming? Like, tell me all about it. Like, I want to know. Like, if I was to tell, like, if you were talking about this mansion, like, I can tell you about my place. Listen, when you drive down the street, you're going to see this big gate, right? And then the guard man is so nice. He's so nice every single time you drive up. And when you come up, you're going to go down the road, and then it's going to be like, it's a mansion, right? And it has the tile on the top. It has the spiral stairways once you get in. It has the circular driveway. But when you get in my kitchen, oh my gosh. When you get in my kitchen, it is amazing because I love to create, right? So I look forward to everybody coming over and being able to be themselves and being able to enjoy some goodness, right? Some good food, right? I know I'm a soul cooker, so some good food, right? And being able to share some of that good old space and energy and thoughts and love, like that love that we've always dreamed of experiencing, right? Like, when you go upstairs, right, you're going to go down the hall. Like, I have rooms for everybody to sit in. So many rooms, right? It's so many rooms because I want to be able to offer a safe space for those that are going throughout their journey, right? A place that they can just relax and breathe, right? And then you're going to go down several more hallways. But let's get to outside. When you get outside, it's this big tree that's at least like, it has to be over 100 years old. But it's rooted and grounded in so much goodness, right? But it is literally sitting in the backyard, and the view is amazing. Like, I can see it. I'm walking through it. I'm experiencing it on another level. Do you see it? I want to know if you see it. Tell me if you see it. Do you see what God has for you? Like how do you feel, right? Are you driving in the vehicle? What color is it? How is the wind going through your hair? What's the cologne or perfume you have on? Like, when you walk up to the banker, your personal banker, right? They're acknowledging you by your first name because they know you so well. And they're like, listen here, we have some great things to tell you. We have some things that literally I know your business qualifies for. And don't even worry about it. We already ran the numbers for you. Come on over and let me tell you about it. We've been excited to launch this program for you. Listen, this is the vision. Do you see it? This is the atmosphere that it needs to be so clear. This is the atmosphere. Like, I can even feel like he's right there. He's right there. Like, do you feel it and see it? God has literally allowed us to go through processes in our lives that has prepared us for a season such as this. He's allowed it all to come together, and he's given us all the tools to use, because every individual has something that only they can do. Every individual has things that are connected to the abundant living, right? Like, it's no lack in this thing. If we are connected to a God that is of endless, if we are connected to a God of source, if we are connected, if we are connected to this magnitude of nothing but goodness, It's possible. It's happening. It's already mine. This life has already been lived, right? In the Bible, it tells us to write it down, like I just finished in the process of the journey. Like, write it down and make it plain and clear. Like, allow him to show you the manifestations. Like, allow him to bring it to life for you. Allow him to allow you to be in a position to now receive what he has for you. On this Thursday, we just marched into, because you know it's getting to that springtime when things start coming alive and getting birthed out. Are you in position? And the only way to literally make this thing work so that it's in the flow of things is to be in a place of, are you in position? Do you know what you need to do? Are you ready to execute? Are you giving yourself the proper sleep, the proper connections? Like, community is everything. Are you connected to those that literally see your greatness soon as they meet you? Like, are you in a position that you are literally, things are popping and coming to life all around you? Like, this is the atmosphere where it all takes place. I want to know, do you see it? I want, like break it down for me. I want to know, do you see it? And then it's how does it feel? How does it feel? I know it feels good because you've been dreaming of this forever. At one point in your life, it was something that you couldn't even believe because you were thinking that it was so far-fetched and so unattainable. That, like, the dream has to be so large that it's nothing in your abilities can make you feel as though you can just do it tomorrow. It has to overwhelm you, right? Because that takes us into the unknown, the blind season. And the blind season is the faith season where you got to walk this thing all the way out through, right? I'm so grateful to be connected to you. Let me tell you, it's about the energy, right? Your energy is your frequency. How do you feel? Listen, how do you feel? Use that as your radar. So many times we get caught up in our minds and we're trying to think every single step through. But when I tell you, if you just let your heart guide you, because that's where God is, right? He's in you. If you let your heart guide you, it's going to lead you to the exact place where you need to be so you don't have to overthink anymore. He's going to let you know you don't have to figure out the how, and you just need to focus on why am I here? Like, get to your real truth, right? It's all about that truth. Getting that clarity. Once again, keyword clarity. And knowing yourself, know thyself, right? And the only way to know thyself is to know yourself through him, right? So the more you're spending time with him, the more you get to allow yourself to meet the true you, the more he reveals you to yourself, right? I'm just so grateful to be hello, blessings. Good morning, Miss Shanice, blessings. I'm just so grateful to be connected, right? See, when we leave out of the elements of thinking that we have to be guarded and protected, and I got to make sure nobody like do this and do that. Listen, we're able to now be released into the flow of things, and you know that. Listen, honey, you don't have to operate in scarcity. It's enough for everybody. You understand that if you're north, you're about to attract south, east, and west, and they're going to add to your life. They're not coming to take away. That nobody can harm you. You are divinely protected. Come on now. Listen, isn't this what we're supposed to know? Like, do you see the vision for your life? It becomes a lot stress-free through the process when we know why we are doing what we are doing, why we are doing it. It doesn't matter what we go through in this life, but when we know why we are doing it and the purpose of it, come on now, let's get to these keywords, the purpose of it. When you know the purpose of a thing, then you understand why the thing even exists, right? A lot of times we can't get to actually functioning in our greatness because we don't understand our purpose. Like, figure out your gifts. What are your gifts? What are you here to do? What only he gave you to do the way that you do it, that no one ever would even think about duplicating. And even if they did, it's for you. Like, when we get to we got to get to the basics. What's the root of it? What's the root of it? The root of it is right. It's all based on love. If I love myself, then I see myself for who myself is put here to be. Then I can actually figure out what I'm here to do. Then I can actually have what I'm supposed to have. You got be, do, have. Come on now. In order to have the things that you want in this life, right? You must first become that person, that version of yourself that the old you don't even recognize, right? You must become a version of yourself that you literally have been seeing in your mind for so long. You must bring her forth. Exercising every day is not about exercise. It's about self-love. Exercise is not about just how you look. It's about how it makes you feel. Do you feel good when you look in the mirror? Listen here, honey. It's shift or be shifted. They're going to adapt to how you see yourself. And when you see yourself a certain way, it's something that sparks and comes alive like never before, right? And then it's like everywhere you go, it's like that light is shining. Didn't he tell us to go out and shine our lights, right? Didn't we tell us to shine our lights, right? But we were so busy thinking in our mind, and we were so busy staying in the conditionings of the world that started since childhood that wanted us to not believe anymore. Let's create, right? He said, like, you are a part of the creation. You are a co-creator of your life. The creator, God, has literally aligned you to have the vision for your life, to have every single thing that you need already inside of you. You don't need nothing outside of you. Nothing outside of you. And you know the way that we connect with all of that goodness? Come on now. That's right, Mike. It's the shift, right? It's shift or be shifted, because the shift has taken place, right? It's a whole new you. Tell them, welcome to my world. Hi, how you doing, right? That's what we say now. Like, listen, hey, come on in. Come on in. We're doing the work, honey. Come on in. Do you feel it? Come on in. Listen, I know what it feels like to be in them dark, deep seasons. I was in 10 straight years of depression, back to back to back, row after row. I know what it is to literally not see myself and to just exist. The whole point wasn't to be non-existent. But baby, if you experience a negative 1,000 in your life, and those emotions and those places and that desperation and that despair, guess what? The positive 1,000 is already yours. You can't have one without the other. It's night and day. It's light and darkness. It's one. It's all the polarities of life. You can't have the good without the bad, but when you can look at the bad and understand that it's only meant for my good because it's going to show me something, then it's not so bad. Come on now. Listen, it's about our mindset through these things. Do you see it? Do you see the vision God is allowing to unfold right before your eyes every day? Things are starting to make sense to you, right? It's stuff that you literally was like, oh my God, did that just happen? Yes, honey, it just happened. Believe. Believe that it just happened and that it's happening for you. Hello, Rosalind Clark. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Believe that it is happening for you. For so many years, I knew who I was, but I was around souls that were broken and hurt, and that will only try to contain me in this small little container and want to only minimize my greatness, will not allow me to be able to say, listen here, my sister. Listen, hey, well, you just watch the replay, honey, because it'll be on. I'm not taking this video down. It'll be on all the outlets, from the podcast to all the social media outlets, TikTok. It will be on everything. So you're good. Blessings to you today. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. But let me tell you, we are in the season that the Bible speaks of when those that are chosen are coming forth, right? They're going to come from the north, south, east, and the west, and they're going to be the ones that they least expected it. They're not going to be the ones that just got titles because someone handed it to them. You didn't get grandfathered in this one. Listen, these are the ones that did the work. These are the ones that literally you were doubted, you were pushed to the side, you were cast to the back, but see, it was all for a reason, because it was for a time such as this. If I'm talking to you, I need you to tap in and say, me. Listen, it's your season, it's your time, and be willing to be bold in your goodness, right? You work too hard for this. Be willing to be bold in this season, that you must be willing to say, I am present. We're not doing all this no more, and I don't want, no, I'm present and accounted for. I'm here because I am working and walking in my calling. I am here to help somebody else so they don't have to go through this thing alone. I am here because I literally know why it all came together. It's making sense now. I am here to do my part, because didn't he tell us that it's all about service? How can I serve you, right? I'm so serious. How can I serve you? How can I be of service? See, we were so busy. They wanted to condition us to thinking it was all about the bottom line and the money when it was all about service. How can I serve you? How can I make it better for you? How can I make after you leave me better than when you first met me, right? Let that sink in, because what you put out into the world, you will always get back, right? Come on now. I'm so serious. Like, everything you put out, I don't care what the situation is, you will always get back. That's what, like, that's the law of reciprocity, honey. What you put out is already yours. It never, what leaves my hand never leave my life, right? The words that I speak need to be very intentional, right? Because I understand the timing. In the Bible, it tells us about seasons and timings. So, you know, we're going up on April time when it's about to be. It's easy things that it's March. We're marching on into our next level. Come on now, we're marching on in, honey. Listen, know what time it is in your life. Know how you need to position yourself. You have all the tools. You've gotten all the lessons. Let's use it. It's no more doubting yourself. It's no more rewrite. We're not repeating these cycles again. We're ending them. That time has concluded. Everyone just doesn't get access anymore. You understand your value now. Everyone just doesn't get access because they didn't even know who you were. And see, God hid you for a reason, honey. I want you to know he hid you for a reason. That rejection, that betrayal, all of that was actually your protection, honey. It was your protection because it was all about a time such as this. And I just came on this morning to encourage you so that you understand that you are not alone in this thing. See, listen, it's iron sharpens iron, honey. It ain't about no I. It's us, honey. We. It's called the body of, right? Come on now. Like, let's get to the root of this thing. Let's get real understanding so that we understand why we are here. Do you know why you're here? So that you can literally learn how to operate in your flow of goodness and greatness, so that you literally don't have to make stuff like we were just making and trying to force it and push it, and it was falling apart and tearing us up every single time. No, let's flow in our essence. Let's be in our grace. Listen here, my women. Listen, your feminine energy. Come on now, baby girl. That feminine energy is where we need to be able to flow in. Listen, that's the flow. That's the nurture. That's the listen, when we are in alignment with our feminine women, let me tell you, when we are in alignment with our feminine, we don't have to force nothing. We are in a posture of receiving because we're doing our job. We are nurturing. We are assisting. Right? You get where this is going? We are literally divinely helping. We're knowing why we're doing what we're doing. When the mother has to sacrifice her time and her sleep to take care of her children, she knows why she's doing it. She believes in that child growing up to be one of the world changers of this life. She knows why she's doing it. You're doing it gracefully. You're doing it with a level of love. So listen here, men, when you're meeting a woman that don't know herself, honey, she cannot help you because it's called helpmate, right? Your helpmate. When you meet two whole people come to one as one. When you know your purpose and I know my purpose, listen, we're not being mops marrying nails. It's mops with buckets. It has to have purpose, right? We know what we are supposed to be aligning with. Listen, men, let me tell you something. When you have a wife that knows who she is, see, listen, she's going to help you bring forth and birth out everything that at once seemed like it was so many pieces because she knows her role. She's not fighting for power with you. She understands order. She understands how this thing works. And then that lady is being able to literally do and say, listen, how can I help you? Baby, what do you want to eat? Is the house just how you need it when you come home? Listen, she knows her role. She knows it. Now she's not. And then that man is going to say, oh my goodness, I want to give her the world because she's helping me in a way. Listen, she's helping me do things that I know I can't do. And she's putting together pieces that I know. Listen, this thing is starting to work now. Then he is like, I want to give her the best life ever. She makes me want to be more. Oh my goodness. She's bringing out things that I never knew I could do. Listen now, my family. Let's get in position. Do you see the vision? Do you see the vision of the hour that is at hand? Everybody should be knowing and finding out and starting and questing on their journey of truth. What's your truth? Stop going by what people are telling you. Take it like eating fish. Take the meat and spit out the bones. Take the meat and spit out the bones. And if you can't decipher what's meat and bones, leave it alone. Leave it alone till you are mature enough. You know, in the Bible, it tells us when it's time for you to go from having milk. You can't be on milk all the time. It gets to a point where you got to what? Go to the point that he said, no meat, find thyself. Like, you have to build a relationship with him. And the more you build a relationship with him by all the things that you do that you know he blessed you with to do, and then you're in an element of gratitude, right? You're in an element of gratitude, and gratitude is what makes it all come to life. When you're in an essence of knowing why you're here, you're grateful for how he's aligning you with the purpose. You're able to what? Make things happen without even trying. We don't have to do no more. We are now in a position to just be. You're just being yourself, right? Let's just focus on those things. Ladies, men, allow yourself to embrace those emotions. They told you shouldn't cry, but listen, we're dealing with a season where you must know your voice. It's time for you to rise forth. And the only way you can love that woman is if you have loved yourself on a level that even those that didn't give it to you, you know who you are. You're no longer trying to break her down and make her feel like she has to shrink down. You understand that she is needed in your plan. You understand the value of her. And the lady understands that, listen, he's supposed to do, not me. I'm just supposed to be the helpmate, and he's supposed to do the thing. So we're going to have what the Lord has put for us to have on this earth. Good morning, Misha. Blessings. We're supposed to have by default. Come on now. We're supposed to have, do have. Do you see the vision? And it all starts with you. Knowing who you are. Knowing what your purpose is. Understanding what you're doing while you're doing it. Understanding the deeper underlying layers of how this thing really works. And then it takes the stress out of how am I going to, when is it going to. You're focusing on just being in the now moment, because guess what? The now never ends, darling. The now never ends. It never ends. Yesterday and tomorrow does not exist. It's only now moments. We are in the most powerful season on this earth. Are you in position? Come on now. I've been telling individuals for years, let's do the work. I was coming up with did you get the planner? This planner is not just a planner, it's a guided planner. You're going to answer some questions in here that's going to allow you to have some aha moments. That's going to allow you to start putting some things in place. That's going to start literally making things come together. They thought I was just talking, or I don't know what they thought, but that's not my problem anymore because I've done my part. I put it out there, right? I just do my work. I'm just doing my work. Let me do my work. And my work is all about what? Allowing others not to have to go through it alone, right? If they are ready. Only if they are ready. We're not trying to force anything in this season. That's with any area of our lives. Friendships, finances, people, connections. Nothing is forced anymore. If it's not flowing and if it's not aligned, I don't want it. Because everything that the Lord gives you comes with no confusion. Everything that the Lord gives you is connected to the big picture, right? That's bigger than you. Everybody in the Bible that had to walk their thing out step by step was connected to a bigger picture that was generations far after them, right? So what are you doing right now that's positioning you for the big picture for the generations coming behind you? Your steps and your moments right now matter. Are you making it count? You're writing your story right now, right? Come on now. But I just wanted to say happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the transformation place. You see behind me, it's the PM for power moves. Are you ready to make some power moves in your life? Come on now. Are you ready? Nothing should be forced. It should only be aligned. He told us that. Like if we were literally following what see, this is the season where it's no more just hearing stuff. Do you understand what you're hearing? Don't just let people tell you something and you leave not understanding what you're hearing. It needs to make sense. It ain't just, we're not children anymore. Sit down and shut up and what I said is what I said. No, because you got a whole generation of people leaving up out of here, never knowing why they were even here. Why are you here? never fulfilling the calling. The most wealthy place on the world is the graveyard. Like, come on now. Like, we're not leaving and going into the dirt and the earth where we came from, not fulfilling our purpose. We are going to make it count, right? And all of that, hey, Christine, blessings, all of that making it count is for me learning how to do the one thing that he told, love thyself. Come on now. And when you love yourself, he's showing you, because you're loving yourself through meeting him inside of you. And then you're going to love your neighbors as that self, right? And then all of the other stuff doesn't matter, and it starts creating a whole nother life. See, our whole point is to come from a place of, it's one simple thing, love. Listen, when I just love, and see, but we got to get to the point that we can actually love and then receive the love and then continue to multiply the love, and then it becomes endless. And then everything is attracted to us that we literally was used to forcing back in the days and over and over again, because we're giving places from an empty place. I'm giving all this love, but I ain't even giving it to myself. I'm wondering why it's coming back, because I'm attracting the emptiness every single time. I need to love thyself. I need to know thyself. Because listen, these fingers have different fingerprints, meaning that only you can be you, so you ain't even got to worry about all the other low vibrational thoughts. These fingers are only you. Only you can be you, and it's only one you on this earth, and it's only one you will ever be on this earth. Only one you. Know how amazing you are and how perfect you are, just how you are right now as you are. See, it was so hard when I used to read the Bible, and I used to wonder why things weren't happening, and it's because I didn't really believe what I was saying. You know, we can say a whole lot of things. I love myself. Oh, I love myself. It has nothing to do with what I have and what I put on and what I do and the things I have. Nothing outside of myself. It comes back to my decisions for my life is going to show if I love myself. What I put in my body is going to show if I love myself. What I connect with is going to show if I love myself. When it's time to stand firm on my boundaries and my yeses and my nos, that's going to show if I love myself. Let's get into showing real self-love. That's going to show if I love myself. When things are not in alignment with my truth, that's going to show if I really love myself. Not what I just said or how I look. No, what is your life showing you? Because when we really love ourselves, it's nothing can dilute you. Come on now. If we're feeling drained after meeting people, that means I'm not fully filled up to be allowing that in my space. Come on now. Nothing can take away from truth, right? And if I am truth, I am God, nothing changes. Nothing should be able to dilute me, right? To take away from me. That means that I need to be working on myself to love myself even the more. So I have what? That cup that runneth over, right? Come on now, let's get into this goodness on this beautiful Thursday in March. Come on now. Hey, are you marching into your next version of yourself? The highest one, the one that you knew was coming to life years ago. Are you doing that work? Are you positioning yourself for the things that you know God has for you? Are you putting the pieces in place? You see, it turns out in the beginning, it used to be a whole thing of puzzle pieces. Now it's starting to look like a actual picture, right? It's starting, now you can start seeing the things. Things are starting to be in their place, and things are starting to feel like home, like, oh, welcome. Come on now. I know I'm not alone. Because I'm going out every day, because he tells us to go out to the world, right? I'm going out every single day, and I'm meeting other like-minded souls that when they meet me, they're not trying to shrink me. Come on now. Come on now. And you're able to be like, oh my God, you really see me? I didn't have to prove myself to you. I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to manipulate. I didn't have to do my tricks. I didn't have to do nothing. And you saw me for who I am as soon as you met me? Oh my goodness. Because you are now seeing yourself for who you really are. That's why. But I just wanted to come on today to say happy Thursday. Congratulations for allowing yourself. Listen, if you are on this live, we are aligned. If you are on this live, see, when we see great things in others, it's because it's in us. See, that's that blueprint. That's that radar. When you see things in others, don't knock it. Don't get jealous of it. Know that the only way for you to see it is because there's something in you that's pulling you like, oh, hey, it's in you. Come on now. The things that it's because it's in you. The same things are in you. Listen, let's start flowing with the right energy. Let's start flowing with the right perspective. Let's start flowing with the right mindset. Let's start being in a place where we can just be ourselves and we can continue to grow and grow and grow so we can continue to have this earthly. Didn't he tell us heaven on earth? We're supposed to be living heaven on earth, right? I mean, that's what they said, right? You're supposed to be experiencing heaven on earth on a daily basis. What it ain't supposed to be no work. You're supposed to be doing what you're good and passionate about. You're supposed to be doing what you do effortlessly. You're supposed to be doing what changes lives. Like, you're supposed to be doing the things that literally make a difference. Like, that's the creating the heaven on earth, right? Come on now. Like, isn't this the stuff we've been hearing? Like, let's go past just the hearing stuff and doing stuff out of routine and get to, do you really understand what's going on? Come on now. Come on now, God is, that's right, Cassandra. He is ready to do the extraordinary. He is ready. He's doing it. He's saying, listen, I told you you were never regular. I told you in your heart space, you felt that you were not regular. You felt that you were not going to be mediocre. You knew that it had to be more when you were dummying down and minimizing yourself and fitting in. You knew on your soul level that that was not it. You knew that it was more to this thing than what you were experiencing. You knew it. We knew it the whole time. We knew it, but guess what? This is the season. Congratulations, where it all comes together. Are you doing your work? Are you being stretched? What's your daily regimen? Come on now. Is it feeding your future? What you plant in the ground now, you know and expect something to come out the soil later, right? What are you doing now that you know is going to happen later? What am I doing on a daily basis that is literally putting forth my seeds for what I know is coming in my life? Come on now. Come on. Like, this is the thing. This is where it all makes sense. This is where we got all the tools. You already know what to do. We done did the thing over and over and over again. You already know what to do. We just need to follow through. We just need to follow through. We just need to sit down this time, right? Because you're in position again. You're up to bat. Do you want to be the person that collects the ball or signs the ball? Think about that. If some people are just so used to being on the sidelines. Honey, the only way to life is to get in the game. You got to get in the game. There is no failure. Failure does not exist. You never met a billionaire that said he didn't lose more at one point than he gained. And then the more he kept going, he ended up understanding his individual flow and his greatness through the so-called failures that only showed light on what he was really supposed to be doing and how he was supposed to be doing it. So there is no failure. It's only experience. Get in the game. Or do you want to be the one collecting the ball? Or are you going to be the one signing the ball? Come on now. I'd rather be the one touching the ball, signing the ball. Come on now. I'd rather experience it from that point of view. I don't want to live on the sidelines watching other people. I don't want to live on the sidelines just saying, oh, I wish that would. No, you have your game to play. Get in the game, your game. Get in the game, baby, and play your hand. And the only way to play your hand is if you know the value. That's right, Sam. Blessings, beautiful. Write it down and make it plain and clear. That's what listen, this is what we do. This is what we do. We write this thing down. We make it plain and clear. We have a plan to execute. But when you know and you embrace all the good, the bad, the ugly about yourself, you understand the value of your hand, right? It's just like a deck of cards. Somebody can give you the winning hand, but if you don't know the value of each card, you'll lose every time. We must know thyself so you know how to play your hand, honey. It don't matter where you go, who you meet, honey, you know how to play your hand. Because you're not saying, I don't want to say this, I don't want to acknowledge this part about myself, or I don't want to let them know too much. Honey, you are powerful. You are bold. You are unique. Nobody can be you. Play your hand, baby. Play your hand, sister. Play your hand, brother. Play your hand, queen. Play your hand, king. It's time to play ball. Good morning, Ella. Love you, queen. Good morning. It's time to play ball. We are in one of the most amazing seasons that it literally creation has been waiting on. And it's like, listen, I know how to play my hand this time. This time in my life, when they call my name, I'm not going to be outside the classroom. I'm going to be in position. I'm not going to leave out early. I'm going to sit in this thing till it, like, I know they're coming in with my name on the slip. I know they're coming in. I'm not going to keep on getting distracted by life on the first shiny thing that come by that seemed like it looked like what I want and walk on out the room. And when they call my name, I'm nowhere to be found. And then I just create my own stuff that look like what I supposed to be doing and what I want. We've been creating a whole lot of stuff that ain't even our lives. We've been creating a whole lot of stuff that ain't even our lives, honey, because we've been getting out of position. We've been trying to do it in our own might. We've been rushing the process. We've been literally getting out of place, getting distracted when it does. You are ready. Stay in position this time. Listen to me. Look in my eyes. This is the season you've been waiting on. You've been chosen for this. Didn't he say the chosen generation was going to rise up? Don't you look at all the things that's happening in the world? Listen, isn't that the atmosphere that things are literally shifting, right? Come on. Let's put it all together. Let's be in position. Let's do our part. Let's play our role. Let's sign our names on the ball. Come on now. And guess what? It's so many balls. The balls don't end. The worth came from the person signing it, right? It's balls anywhere. But they wanted the ball that you're going to sign, right? Come on now. What are you doing in the world that they want your signed signature on the ball? What are you here to do that only you can sign that signature to add that value to that ball? Because it's balls everywhere. What are you doing on this earth that you are the one that they want, the ball, that winning ball that you are signing? Come on now, let's make these power move plays. Come on now, PM, these power move plays that change the game for not just us in our lives, but the generations to come. This is the season where you need to do it not just for you, but you are shifting things for the ones coming behind you. Let's play our hands by going through let's get back to the root. It's that self-love. That's that knowing thyself. It's those simple questions that we didn't value at one time. Getting real clarity. That's why we said clarity, creativity, and confidence. Those questions that's in this book is how it helped me on my transformation journey. I used to be like, listen, Lord, I created the journal to help the people that when I was going through my path and starting and it was nobody around me to ask the questions from. And I was like, listen, how do I get to the other side? And it was nobody like I created the journal to help spark what I knew. It changed my life in perspective. I created it why are they not feeding into it? Why are they looking at all this surface, superficial stuff and thinking that's changing and living the same life over and over again? And I'm over here like sacrificing my life, like literally, like I'm putting it all out here. And he was like, don't worry, child, because it's going to come a time. Don't worry. Just you do the work and put it out there because it's going to come a time. Listen, that's all he kept telling me. So I just kept producing and producing, not seeing anything happening from it, producing and producing and producing, spending all my good money just producing. But he said, don't worry, baby, because it's going to come a time that all of that's going to be gone, that it's going to sell out all us. Because listen, they're going to need it then. They're going to need your insight then. They're going to need the roadmap to how you were. Like, don't worry, it's going to come a time. And I'm telling you in your life, what is happening in your life that God has told you to work on and to do, and you might not be seeing some movement in it, but baby, you got to keep on going because it's going to come a time where it's all going to come together without effort. It's going to come a time where you're going to be sought after. It's going to come a time where your words are going to literally change lives. All they're going to do is have a conversation with you, and their life will never be the same. But you got to keep going and believing when you're not seeing the evidence. It's going to come a time where it's going to look like it's going to end, and it's going to look like you are starting over. I've lost it all literally almost 4 times. I'm telling you, I've told you all over and over again how I've lost it all. But guess what? That prepared me for never being scared of losing anything, because it taught me how to get everything back quicker and quicker and quicker. That you don't meet a billionaire and never tell you they lost it. They tell you all that you can't win without risk. Come on now, listen, get in the game. See, now I see what it was all about. But I just knew I had to keep going. I got to keep producing. I got to keep following the vision. I got to keep. So when people are like, well, what all do you do? I do a lot of things. Have you read in the Bible when they had the person with the 1 talent, the 2 talent, and the 5 talents? And the one that he called stupid was the one that wanted to hold the 1 talent and say, I just want to keep that. And what the world's been telling us to do all this time. Well, stick to your one thing. Stick to the one thing. Stick to your one thing. Make it like they want to keep us with the one thing, and God called the one thing person stupid. But I told them all the time, I just kept saying, well, I do a whole lot of things, and I'm good at a whole lot of things because I'm the multiplier. I'm the one with the 5 gifts and turned it into 10. Come on now. Stand on that. What all has he put in you that you are the multiplier of? And it's many things that you do. You don't have to just be good at one thing. You can be good at a lot of things. You add value in a lot of ways. I want to be the one that had to go on the resilient road by myself and literally had to believe. I had to go and be like, I know I'm like, all of this stuff works and I can do anything, and like anything I touch, it like the people like it. So I do. Yeah, I can do hair. I can build you a house. I can build you a building. A contractor. Oh yeah. Oh, how are you in the beauty industry and the construction industry? I can do all of it. Is still creating. All of it is still transformation. How in the world are you selling products, and how are you into holistic healing? Listen, honey, because I almost died and had to learn about the herbs and was connected to it in a way that I could not explain, and I knew it helped me, and I wanted to help others. And for years, my family and anybody called me, and then I could tell them how it's some kind of way I just knew how to help them get better. Listen, you can do many things. He said multiply it. Multiply your gifts, but in order to do that, you must acknowledge it and can't listen to small-minded people that want to just keep you. I tell people, listen, when you go to my website, it's just like going to the mall. It's plenty of stores, but how may I serve you? You go to the stores that you want to go to. Why can that not be your gifts? Why can it not be you have many gifts? And then whatever they need, you're able to assist and direct them to. And whatever you don't know, you're able to send them to where you already, through experience, know will be able to help them. It's the same way I don't do finger waves. I never did. But when somebody wants finger waves, I send them over to the person doing finger waves. I don't need to be over there frustrated trying to, because it's not about money. It's about the big picture. Am I loving doing it? If I don't feel good doing it, I'm not doing it no more. If I don't feel good while around somebody, I'm not being around them no more. It's simple. If it is not making me feel good, I should be able to live off my passion. That's what he told us. He didn't tell us to come here and work. He told us to come here and show love. But if we're too busy in survival mode, that's why they want to catch us up. You're too busy in survival mode. You can't really do your work, which is to love and to be free and to share your gifts and to share your thoughts and the things that change the world. Like, that's how it's all created. So when you see me now and I'm like, I done embraced the real me now. I'm like, forget all of them and all that stuff. They kept me depressed for years. I don't care what none of them people say no more, because they haven't even found themselves. I want to be around those that literally are like, you too? And you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like that, we're rooting for air. Like, when you win, I win. When I win, you win, because we're all in this thing together. It's one big, didn't they say the body of Christ? Come on now. We got people going to church, don't even know their gifts, honey. We got somebody at the door that don't even speak to people. Like, what is going on? That's not your gift. You don't even have discernment. How are you going to make sure you know who's coming in the room and how to center and shift this energy? Are you even a prayer warrior? Why are you at the door? Listen, this stuff got to start making sense. What's your gifts? Acknowledge your gifts. Acknowledge yourself to shine bright everywhere you go without effort. Allow yourself to be the person that God has destined you to be. Allow yourself to literally be able to change the world by just being you. Allow yourself to be in a place of receiving the goodness that God has for you with open arms, because you actually believe that you are worth it now. Allow yourself to be in that posture and position to make a difference without even trying, because it's just about you being you. You're now not afraid to tell the ugliest parts of your life, because you know that's the most powerful parts of your life that's going to change others' lives. You're not scared to tell the stuff that others aren't willing to. How am I going to help you if I'm still trying to sit here and comb through what is good to say and what is no? He said you are changed by the testimony, right? We supposed to be having testimonies, right? We don't even have testimony service. No, we're supposed to have testimony service. So another person can be like, listen here, sis, it's going to work for you. I remember what happened with me doing that. And then he ended up blessing me this way. Listen, and let me show you how to do it. When this happens in your life, I know it's going to seem like this for a little bit, but it's not. Listen, this is going to happen next for you. And then you need to position this for this. And then when that happens, you see, that's how this thing is supposed to work. Let's make it count this time. Come on now. But I just wanted to say happy Thursday from the Transformation Place, where we help amazing women and men transform from the inside out by gaining clarity, confidence, and a sense of self-worth, right? And I actually am good at credit, and I actually am good at what? Helping you get cash flows by your gifting, right? And being able to literally live effortlessly, carelessly, just carefree. Like, let's live in that way. Like, let's be carefree. We don't care enough about the wrong stuff. Let's be carefree in our callings. Let's be carefree in our callings. Let's be carefree in our callings. You have been called. Many are chosen, but few are like many are called, but few are chosen. A lot of people get called. But are you the one that literally acknowledges the call and willing to see it all the way through? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because I know I am. And we're going to get all. It's payback time. We're going to get all that we have been going through this thing for. And if you're on this live, you have done the work. And you're going to now receive every single thing. They're going to pay you back with interest that God has destined you to be here to experience your heaven on earth. It's possible because it's here. It's already happening. So I want to say congratulations. Congratulations. Happy Thursday. Do something for yourself today that is helping you move forward to the things that you want to see come forth out the ground in your life later. Do something for yourself today that allows you to feel alive like never before. Do something for yourself today that allows you to see yourself in a way that you've never seen yourself before. Try some new things. Experience the endless world that God has out there for you. Continue to change these lives one by one. Continue to be the greatness that the world has been looking for. He said he's going to search far and near for those. Congratulations. I'm so grateful to be connected to you. I'm so grateful to be aligned with you. I'm so excited to see what all God is going to do for you in your life. I'm so happy that you have literally chosen yourself. I'm so happy that you are literally have the courage to see the unknown because it's so beautiful and it's so amazing on the other side. We are literally enjoying the other side of this thing. You know, we seen, in the Bible when they had the land of the milk and honey, and we seen when they had the, it was the promised land. Welcome to the promised land, the kings and queens. Welcome to the promised land, my brothers and sisters. Welcome. 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 I love you. If no one has told you today already, I love you. God loves you more. Enjoy yourself and allow your light to shine like never before. Enjoy your day.